Hello and welcome to Kickserv. We are an online field service software product made to be simple. Kickserv is part of ReachLocal, who is a leader in digital marketing worldwide. We can be a one-stop shop for almost any small to medium-sized business. In a nutshell, you could have us now generate leads, organize those leads, report on those leads, and then book, dispatch, and invoice those leads. And then, of course, following up and following through again. We at Kickserv have been doing field service work since the late 70s. Our origin is emergency sewer and drain services. We know field service and how to be successful at growing a service business. We were once the largest family-owned sewer and drain cleaning service in the country. Now, we are teamed up with ReachLocal to bring this expertise to all of ReachLocal's customers. Getting started with Kickserv is, again, made simple. Simply start a free trial and start. We have 3 basic plans. Starter plan with 5 users. You can email estimates and invoices. You can download the mobile apps for Apple and Google. You can start recording your callers for marketing and training purposes, and do lead nurturing to capture more of your clients that are visiting your sites and just kicking the tires. Our second level would be a business or growing teams plan. It has unlimited users, plus expense tracking, and dispatch maps and GPS tracking of techs and jobs. Just to point out a few of the highlights. The Premium or Business Pro plan is all of the previous plans, plus custom reports, custom estimate templates, and productivity reporting. And I'll point out all these features to you later in just a few moments. Let's go quickly through the account settings. The settings are this small gear-like icon in the upper right of your screen. Click on Company Information. You have your company information here at the top. This information is used for your send payment to address on all your invoices. Further down the screen is time zone. Ensure that your time zone is correct so that your times on your calendar appear correct. Continuing down the settings of your Kickserv account, we come to Account and Billing. Here, only the owner can log in to see this link. You can verify your subscription and add-ons, update your credit card on file, see your payment history, change the account ownership of the account, and export all your data, and even cancel your account if you would ever have to. Continuing down the settings, come to Manage Users. Here you're going to create your user profiles for each of your employees. Understand the owner by default has full permissions plus access to the account and billing link. You can grant them login access or not. You're going to make them technicians to just manage events assigned to them, or make them staff so they can see all events and search your customer database and manage more customers independently. On this employee edit page, you will indicate if you want your employee to see your prices. Some of our customers don't want to advertise their actual prices to their subcontractors, for example. Another important aspect of this employee edit page is setting up your employee to receive certain notifications. Our best practice would be to turn on email and mobile notifications for each of your employees. Check all the boxes. This will better ensure that your employees are getting their assignments in a timely manner and they get used to receiving a message. Clicking Permissions, you grant an employee the ability to do certain tasks, such as creating and modifying your customer records, or the ability to add charges and payments. There is full permissions to grant someone admin rights And then there are custom permissions. Grant one each. There are even permissions to allow only certain staff to run certain reports. And if you'd like to have your employees install their Kickserv calendar with an outside calendar, such as Outlook or Google Calendar, you have access to their iCal link. The iCal link is a standard format for sharing calendar data, and only certain other calendars accept the iCal. Notifications is the next setting. Decide what hour to send out your employee's agenda in notification time. The next sections down are pretty well documented. The first email field is the email address that will receive estimate approvals and payment notifications that your customers update from their self-service portal. The next email field can be different, but is typically the same as the above. And this is if you were to use our embedded web to lead form on your company's website. Your customers come to your website and click on this link, and you would get notified by email or a text message that someone submitted for more business. The mobile number combines with the email address, as mentioned earlier, when people request more business from your website. Continuing on down the settings column, we come to company logo. Not much to say here other than make sure your logo is in the GIF format or PNG or JPEG. Remember, PDFs are not logo worthy. Moving further along, we come to the Customer Center and Contract Form page. This page provides tools for you to allow your customers to request more services from you. The first line is the address to your customer self-service portal. Here your customer can view their estimate and related messages, shared notes, shared attachments, plus send you a message without leaving the portal. The customer can go on to view their service history. Next, we come to the market section. We offer an addition to your website where your customers can view your services and request more services from you. The next step is to configure who will receive messages from your customer self-service portals. Decide who can access messages to and from your contacts and who is responsible for managing new work requests. Only staff can use messaging. At least one person in your company must have request permissions. Continuing in the Customer Center and Contact Form screen, we come to our exclusive Yelp integration. Kickserv was the first in our industry to integrate with Yelp. Now, you can book service appointments on your Yelp business profile, helping you maximize your exposure by converting more leads directly to appointments. In order to connect to Yelp, please copy and paste the URL of your Yelp business page here and click the red button to start linking your Yelp account to your Kickserv account. It's that easy. As you complete each section of the Customer Center and Contact Form, you will notice green check marks. Your last step here is to publish or make live your new marketing site homepage and arrange with your webmaster to install this new link onto your own website. Another option to communicate and capture your customers' questions or need for more service is to utilize the web to lead form. We provide you with two options, an embedded form or a simple link. And that should be all there is to setting up your Customer Center and Contact Form page. Let's continue through the customization section. This section is the settings where you go to list your general services or products and services or item list and more. Services are going to basically be the job titles or category of work. Your customers can see these service titles. We allow you to color code your services so they are more easily recognized on your calendars by your dispatchers and bookers. In the upper left, you will see add new services. Recalling the Customer Center and Contact Form segment earlier in this walkthrough, here is where you can make this service allowed to be booked online from your marketing webpage. The next few fields, name, marketing, description, default appointment length, and typical cost, should be self-explanatory and familiar to you. There are instructions underneath a few. Add and upload an image of this general service to make this web page look and feel more professional. Click on the generic image icon and upload your picture. Next, the calendar display for this particular service can be chosen. Plus, you can decide if you want to change the text color from black or white. And depending on the length of your services list, you can put each subsequent service in a certain order, from one, like top first place, or somewhere later down in the list. Items are your line charges. These will come from your QuickBooks or Xero if you are integrated with such accounting applications. If you are not integrated with QuickBooks or Xero, then you are free to add your items manually or import your items using the Import button. We also allow you to export your items for the sake of backing them up, or if you eventually do decide to integrate with QuickBooks or Xero. Editing your items is for when you are not integrated with QuickBooks or Xero. Item settings is where you can adjust the decimal setting for your item. These are typically for businesses with prices associated with measurements and need to be more accurate. Charge types are a way for you to track and report on particular charge types. To give you an example, this is very handy to indicate whenever you put a no charge warranty item on your invoice for such things as callbacks or customer returns. Next are tags. There are work tags and contact tags. Tags are a cousin to our custom fields, which are available in the premium plan. This is where you can predefine what you want your tags to be. You can add them on the fly from your customer records or a job record. But for consistency, you may want to type them ahead of time. Tags are great for reporting and categorizing customers and jobs. Next, we move to taxes. Taxes are installed like items. You install them in here manually unless you are integrated with QuickBooks or Xero. In the cases where taxes originate from QuickBooks or Xero, your Kickserv tax page will be empty until you run your first successful sync. Continuing, vendors will be where you can indicate ahead of time for your techs in the field where they can expense materials. Customer sources. Here is where you will list all your sources of advertising you do. This list will be very important come time to decide what sources of ad dollars are working and which are not. Next is reports. This reports is where you will decide what percentage of a job's profits you will share with your sales team or tech crew. You will allocate the percentage per job and per employee or subcontractor. Document settings is our page for configuring outgoing estimates and invoices. Here is where you type your default notes and terms. Check Show Estimate Notes on Estimates or Show Job Notes on Jobs to have the additional notes you or your techs write while giving an estimate or performing the job. Check Signatures to have a signature line appear for your customers to sign. The custom template box should typically be completely empty unless you plan to install the proper web code to implement your own custom template. Work orders are intended for internal use only. You will check and uncheck the various radio buttons to hide or make available specific data, such as logo, the billing address, the line items, and so on. Following along down the settings column, we come to messaging templates. Here is where you configure your emails when you email invoices and estimates from your Kickserv account. You are going to install the reply to email address, as well as the standard subject line and body of the email. We strongly recommend that you create a test estimate or invoice and email from your personal email address so you can witness for yourself firsthand. Coming to the end, we have the custom fields. Custom fields have two categories. You will name the field, then choose the type of field, such as pick list. Order the custom field amongst the other custom fields, and finally add your pick list options. Otherwise, you'll leave the field as a write-in single or multi-line text field. We provide you with 21 text fields, 21 number fields, and 21 date and time fields. These fields will be added to your View Additional Information link in your job. And in the customer record, they are available during Edit and then continually under the Overview tab. Lastly, you have your add-ons. Integrate with our credit card processor, Stripe. You can begin the steps to integrate with QuickBooks and Xero here, as well as integrate and sync your Reach Edge account with Kickserv. We will go into more depth about each one of these in separate lessons.